Welcome back to the channel, guys. As you know, we love all things Pokemon, and today we've got the shadowless Charizard, an absolutely iconic card from back in the day. Look at it. This is a 1999 Pokemon Charizard Holo. So this is the shadowless. It's not the first edition because there's no stamp, and so we had the first edition that was released with the stamp. Then we had this. And then we had this one, which is the Unlimited. And this is such an iconic card. It's unbelievable. Considering this card's 20-year-old, well, over 20-year-old, look at it. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's just popping left, right and centre. A real good testimony towards Pokemon and the print quality back then. So, this card is graded in a PSA 4. Now, it's not going to win any beauty contests, but it still looks okay. And there's a real good conversations among collectors regarding vintage and modern. And there's interesting points of view for both. Now, we collect both. We love vintage and we love modern, and we collect what we can. And I think that's the best way to enjoy the hobby. Just collect what you want, when you want, and when you can. And that's the best way to enjoy Pokemon. So, this card in particular, I was given the opportunity to buy this about 3 months ago, and I turned it down. I thought, you know what, I don't really need it. I was looking at it, on the pictures, and I thought, I don't need it, even though it's a lovely card. I thought, we've got this, it's very similar, we just don't need it. And after a few weeks, I kind of said, I think I need this. So we phoned our local game store, and to my surprise, it was still there, which I couldn't believe. I couldn't believe that nobody had bought it. He said nobody had bought it. So went down there, paid, and then it came home with me. An absolutely phenomenal card and such an iconic Pokemon. I mean, this was right up there when it started. 1999, 2000s. This was back in the day when it was all going off. I mean, look at this card. Iconic yellow borders. Obviously, they finished with Crown Zenith. You ask my son, who was also a collector, about yellow borders, and he just doesn't understand. Well, because he came into the hobby later on. And that's the beauty of Pokemon. There's new people coming in every day, and there's people leaving. But I think there's more coming in, especially now with the artwork being absolutely phenomenal. So, like I said, this card was the second after the first edition, and then we had the Unlimited. So you can easily get these confused when you see them online, and the prices do swing dramatically, and it's normally down to condition, but you can make mistakes. So I thought I'd show you some differences regarding this card and the Unlimited, which came after this one. And the thing to remember with this card is there was quite a lot of prints on this one. Loads were printed. I mean, back in the day, I'm an older collector, and back in the day, these cards seemed to be everywhere. They were just coming out of every pack. Well, they never came out of my packs, but they came out of everybody else's. Now, this is mine that I've got. It's not in the best of conditions, but it's just for my personal collection. So, when you look at these two cards, the main differences that we can spot straight away is the HP symbol. It's a lot bolder on the Unlimited than it is on the shadowless. And if you look at the wings on the inside of Charizard, it's more green on the left than it is on the right. It's more blue on the Unlimited version. I mean, Charizard itself appears more orange on the left. And we've got more red on the left than we have on the right behind Charizard. You see that? And one of the biggest things on this actually is in its name, shadowless. We don't have a shadow around the border. And that's the biggest giveaway. And if you're collecting these cards, it's always worth knowing just those little things. Because I've actually seen these for sale online. And people saying that they're shadowless when they're not. So as long as you do a little bit of research, you'll be alright. Now, when I was given the opportunity to buy this card and I turned it down, I don't know what came over me in them matter of weeks for me to change my mind. I did search online for these cards, and that's when I realised there wasn't really many around. And I thought, that's interesting. And the ones that were around were a little bit expensive. And I'll be absolutely honest, this is a 4. And the grade isn't very good. I mean, some collectors wouldn't even consider this good enough for their collection. But it's good enough for me. And it's my first Charizard shadowless. So I was excited. And actually, when I was gazing at the holo like this, looking for swells, I was so blindsided that it was my first shadowless Charizard that I completely missed this on the back. Look at that crease. And it actually shows itself on the front as well. Look how it stops the light. I couldn't believe it. I was blindsided by the beauty. But it is what it is. I love the card regardless. As I say to PSA 4, and I think they were being quite generous with this, it's an earlier set. And the card, in my opinion, is pretty beat up. I mean, there's damage here, damage there, damage on the corners, there's damage on the back, whitening. I mean, the blue's nice, but I don't really stare at the blue, to be honest. And the holo is the main attraction here. I mean, this takes us back to a time that was simple. Look how simple this card is. And I mean, when it came for me to purchase this card, there was a lot of other things that I really wanted in the back of my mind, because there was some fantastic new cards that had been released, and I was chasing them. So I kind of had to come away from that to buy this. And again, when you give this to my son, he really wouldn't look twice at this. It was long before his time. So he would say straight away out of his mouth, "What's it worth, Dad? What can I get for it?" And that's pretty much it. I don't think he would admire it. But then it hasn't got nostalgia for him like it has for me, and like a lot of other people. And actually, when you talk about the simplistic design, maybe that's what the appeal is with this card. It's such a simple design. It stood the test of time. And I mean, like I said, back to the conversations of vintage and modern, we wouldn't be where we are without vintage cards, would we? I think it's absolutely phenomenal. It really is. And I think it's harder and harder now to find these type of cards. Again, it's only a 4. It's not special in that respect. But it's getting harder and harder to find a decent copy. I mean, you just don't see first edition copies now in mint condition. And the ones that are graded, well, they're a lot of money. This is the next best thing, really. And I like it. I mean, the card has issues, don't get me wrong. But look at it. It's over 20-year-old. And it still stands the test of time. It still holds its own. What an iconic character. It's absolutely phenomenal. Even though it's pretty beat up. So that's the Charizard Shadowless. An absolutely phenomenal card. It really, really is. But, question is it worth being in your collection? I mean, there's so much amazing artwork now. You just don't know, do you?